These are some of the stops I've made over the years for my extrusion. I would say that this one here probably gets the most use of any of them. It's easy to put it in any number of spots. You know, it can go in either slot, top or you know, the very top here, or the top slot on the side or the bottom, and easily adjusted and set. The other one I have here is one I've made for my drill press that sits slightly up off the table, and you can slide this one along just this slide. I have it just so it locks in this slot here. But the thing that I don't like is that it can get canted one way or the other because these screws holes are slightly apart, and that's always kind of been an issue with me. I want this to be at 90 degrees. Now another stop that I've made is this U-type stop that attaches to my micro adjuster with a magnet, contacting the screw that I can micro adjust it and then lock it without any tools up on top. And this is the most rigid of my stops, and when I lock that, just that one knob, that is very rigid, and this is at 90 degrees. So what I want to make, the problem with this one is that it's got the back side U part of it here. I've got it at, I can reverse it and use this one, which is just off the table, or this one, which is way off the table. But when I slide it along, if on my fence my micro adjusters for the fence are back here, I come to where I want to stop it at that point, I can't do it because this is interfering. So I've got to use either this one or this one, and that's why this one gets used very rarely in that instance. So what I've done here is I'm going to make some L stops, and I'm going to make them out of this board that I've made out of white oak, so they're going to be really nice. But this top thickness is about the thickness of this 18 millimeter ply, and then this thickness that's going to go down the face of the extrusion, I don't really care. I mean, it's thicker, but I just simply glued this together. I'm gonna rip off this edge first to width to match this, and then I'm gonna put it back in the saw and rip this off to match that length, and then I'll come back. All right, there it is. This is slightly taller or thicker than the thickness of the extrusion, and this is slightly shorter than the length or width. So a little bit taller height-wise. This portion a little bit shorter. You know, probably just a few thousandths of an inch. So that, I like that fit. I'm gonna make probably 4 of them at this height. I'm gonna after I cut them off, I'll run this through my table saw again and rip it just a hair shorter, so that I have clearance for, you know, shavings from the drill press or whatever. And then I think I might leave the rest of the blank alone until I down the road may need some kind of a specialty stop. I think that I would like to maybe make a version of this stop. You know, you're gonna, it's obviously got the top on it, but I maybe take some of this left over and make an L stop like that as well. not this long, but this does come in handy at some times for butting work pieces up to it. So anyway, I'm going to get to the part here where I'm just going to lop off some blanks and then make sure they're all the same thickness.
City's attorneys, a partner men can count on.
Now I want these all to be 2 inches, so I'm going to run them through that table saw one more time and make a little skim cut. Right now they're at about 30 thousandths over. Filling these holes is really straightforward. I centered the bit up on my fence itself and then brought the bit down, put my stop in here, offset it 7/8 of an inch because this is a 1/4 inch bit. So that'll give me dead center of this and then dead center of the slot. So I just clamp it in place and then drill my hole and just keep going until I get them all done. That is going to be one solid stop. That is really nice, the way it locks into position. No flex there at all. And that is going to be beautiful. So now if you want to drill something, you know, perpendicular to the fence, you can put it in this way and be assured that you'll be able to repeat those holes every single time. And then like I said, I might end up making some of these that have a little foot on them for wider work to register against. But that's the essence of this stop right here. Able to position it anywhere, even. Let me show you what I've got going on back here with my micro adjuster to move the fence in and out. Now I can use the full length of my fence without that U running into the back of this. You know, if my fingers represented the U part, that'd be it. That's as far as I could go right there. I'd have to jump over or use something in here to take up that spot. But this way I can slide it all along the fence, no problems, no issues. and boom, lock it down. That's it. And once locked, that thing is not moving. I like that a lot. So a little sanding on some of these hard edges right here, and then possibly getting a little relief down here for sawdust. You know, chips, drill chips coming off of the drill bit. But there you go. Thanks for watching.